Alright, just to get into it today, this is Team 240p Gold. Um, this is I believe, the first new deck list since the 2012 September 1st ban list changeover. And I'm about to retire my Samurai back into my giant tech binder. So before I do that, I'd like to give you guys the little heads up on what I was playing. So to start off monsters, I ran my Elder of the Six Samurai. He is my Cyber Dragon. He starts off asceticism loops. He's great for synchronizing with. He's actually decent for overlay. So he's here. I ran red and blue, two of each, Shinai Mizuho. And you're able to perform infinite counters in this deck because of that. And of course, one hand because it's just good. And with Mizuho and asceticism, why not? Same thing, Grandmaster. When Kizun's powered up, I can get him out. If not, I just play him the normal way. And he's still amazing. 1, 2, 3 Kagemusha. He's the tuner of our deck, and pretty much a workhorse. And with the Earth-type attribute characters in this deck, you get Beast Barkion. I only run 1 Anishi. That's all I've needed. Obviously 3 Kageki. I love the quick marauding captain-esque effect. And 3 Kizons. Kizon is just a beast. He is obviously just Grandmaster younger, but I mean, just as obviously amazing. And then I like to back up my team with using Iru and Zanji. And I'm sure you see that mine's the Hobby League. But they're good to run, and just about everybody in that deck, depending on what their current attack power is, can pull for somebody. Main deck, spells now. I'm going to go ahead and run 2 dojos. I never really wanted to play the third, but I'm probably going to work it in before I actually stop playing this. Reinforcement, Reborn, Gateway, Dark Hole, 2 MSTs, double instead of triple asceticism because it doesn't always work out so good. Double smoke signals, and 3 Sami Knights. For anybody who's played a Samurai deck, I don't have to explain any of that. And I kept a small trap board with me this time. 2 double-edged, 1 Magatama, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 2 Solemn Warnings. So that's my main board. Pretty consistent. I've had a lot of ups and downs with this deck. I have actually blown up my opponent's entire side of the field. But then they also dropped Battle Fader after I made my monster 10 Googleplex attack power. So Vince got the better of me that match because I was too busy showboating. I pulled every monster out of my deck just because I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to win. I'm going to hit you for 10 Googleplex. And for everybody who does not know, a Googleplex is 1 million times a million, so 10 Googleplex is a 1 with 13 zeros after it. Anyway, we're going to go into our extra deck real quick. I use Catastor, I use a Black Rose, I use Blade Armor Ninja, Colossal Fighter, and funny story about him. Me and the guy who taught me how to play this, he's also on the team, his name's Doug, and I barely scraped out a win because of this guy. And that's only because I was so cheesy that game. Otherwise, he went first, he should have beat me because that's how it goes between us. I do use the new Excalibur. I have Legendary 6. We use a Missing X-Saber Invoker to get the level 3s out, grab the keys on, possibly go into some new overlays, Synchro, or whatever. I pack a Mistworm, my Ghost Gold Barkion, my just regular Gold Beast. I use 17 in lieu of maybe Leviair, but with the new tin coming out, that ought to be fine. I do use a Utopia. When the tin came out, I substituted out my Stardust, which was really unnecessary, for the much better Scrap Dragon. I do run 1 of the overlay of Anishi, or Shien, sorry. Not as good as I thought he was going to be, but he's still 2,500 for 2 monster overlay, and it's better than losing the monster that you just put together with MX Saber Invoker when you get your keys on out. And I run Tiras because my friends are jerks and they play some Dark World every now and again. So I do usually keep some extra deck cards in my side deck. I'm not going to tell you my whole side deck I'm just going to show you like the other 4 cards that I normally have, and then probably end it on that note. I usually keep a copy of Adrius. I usually keep a copy of Decisive Armor, and you can tell he was from another deck right now because he's in a different sleeve, not the normal red setup that my extra deck happens to be in. I normally carry another Leviathan. There's just some games where missing X-Saber just doesn't do enough because he's not powerful enough, and you need that extra push. And I still do pack a single Stardust Dragon. But I'm going to leave, the rest of the side deck a mystery for you guys. It's not a matter of not liking you. It's a matter of just, it's whatever you want to put in there, really. I mean, I've seen some people play some Zombie World. Anyway, that was my 6 Samurai deck, mostly built for me by my friend Doug, who has a much different build. He uses like Veilers and the Fiend Chains, Chalices. His is a lot stronger than mine. It's just I'm getting bored playing the same cards now. Been playing these for 6-7 months now, and they're going back in the binder for probably 3 weeks before I pull them right back out. This was Kurai no Shujin. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. And I believe that a new episode of Vince's show on here, the Tech Talk, should be up pretty soon, so tune into that. I'm working on another new show where we basically take the connections of the real world and the game that we're all playing, Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm gonna show you the connections between the two. Outside of that, have a good one. Later.